Hello, everyone, and welcome to my Bachelor Nation 24 channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Todd Chrisley lashes out in Life After Lockup interview. Todd and Julie Chrisley have seen their time behind bars cut short after receiving a presidential pardon back in May. Since then, fans have been tuning in to see how the stars of Chrisley Knows Best are adjusting to life on the outside. Recently, a promo has been shared featuring an interview for the couple. Thanks to the clip, Todd and Julie already had a few words to share with fans. Todd and Julie Chrisley are set to be the subjects of a milestone interview. The Chrisley family was introduced to many from the USA Network series, Chrisley Knows Best, which originally ran from 2014 to 2023. In 2022, Todd and Julie Chrisley found themselves convicted for a variety of charges, including bank fraud and tax evasion. At the time, Todd and Julie were sentenced to 12 and 7 years behind bars, respectively. However, back in May, the two would receive a presidential pardon from President Donald Trump. ABC News Studios decided to have the Chrisley family be the focus of the 100th episode of Inpate's X Nightline. The episode, which also serves as the Season 3 finale, is entitled The Chrisleys, Life After Lockup. ABC News also recently dropped a promo for the upcoming episode on its YouTube channel, which will see an interview with Todd and Julie. In the video, Todd opens things up by sharing, "I don't have an apology to give you or anyone else over the money that I've made." The Chrisley Knows Best couple were asked how prison changed them. Among other questions, Todd continued, "You don't realize how much your freedom means to you until you don't have it." A voiceover then touched on the work the couple's daughter Savannah took on to see her parents receive a presidential pardon, a goal that proved to be a success. During the main interview, Savannah could be seen sitting with her parents. For her part, Julie shared, "So, I just started crying and I said, yes, I'm getting out of here." During the interview, Todd and Julie were asked how prison changed them. Todd shared, "It has to change you. If it didn't change you, then you're not human." The subject also came up that there were people who felt the couple should still be in prison. Julie shared, "I'm not oblivious to the fact that some people don't agree with it." The couple were then asked what, if anything, they felt they did wrong. However, the promo cut things short before they could answer. The Chrisleys, Life After Lockup should be available for streaming on June 29, 2025 on Hulu and Disney+. The cameras were rolling, the lights were blazing, and Todd Chrisley, back in front of the lens after months behind prison walls, was ready to speak his truth. In an explosive sit-down for the new tell-all special Life After Lockup, The Chrisley Confessionals, Todd did not hold back. Dressed in a crisp cream blazer with the same signature coiffed blonde hair that defied the wear of time or incarceration, Todd leaned into the mic and let out a sharp breath. His eyes, once used for playful reality show banter, now burned with intensity. "You think you know, but you have no idea," he said, voice steady but laced with fury. "Y'all watched us on TV, judged us from your couches, and thought, oh, that Chrisley family's got it made. But let me tell you, reality television is one thing. Reality in prison, that's a whole different genre." Todd's voice trembled slightly, but it wasn't from nerves. It was anger. Raw. Unfiltered. "I was treated like a punchline," he said. "From the moment the charges hit the headlines, it was like everyone wanted to believe the worst. Not because they knew the truth, but because they were entertained by the idea of me falling. The higher you fly, the more people want to see you crash." The interviewer, clearly trying to maintain some semblance of journalistic neutrality, gently asked, "Todd, do you feel like the justice system failed?" "Honey, I've seen better organization in a Waffle House kitchen at 3 a.m. He leaned forward, clasping his hands together. "What happened to Julie and me? Yes, it was traumatic. But what has hurt more than anything is how quickly people turned on us. Family, friends, hell, some of our own fans. I sat there day after day in that cold, ugly cell, wondering who was still out there rooting for me. And let me tell you, that list got real short. The mention of Julie, his wife and partner in both television and legal trouble, caused a visible shift in Todd's demeanor. His voice cracked, just slightly. I wasn't just locked away from the world. I was locked away from her. From Julie, we've built a life together. We've raised a family. And being separated like that, knowing she was going through it too, alone, that's a pain no one prepares you for. At this point in the interview, a brief montage played. A flash of Julie's prison transport van, the stoic look on her face, and footage of their kids navigating the chaos without their parents. When the camera returned to Todd, his fists were clenched. His next words were not aimed at the interviewer, but at the world. To those who celebrated our downfall, shame on you. To the so-called friends who stopped answering the phone, who acted like they never knew us, I see you. And to the network that made millions off our family and then dropped us faster than a bad Tinder date, you're cowards. All of you. Todd paused. He let the silence speak for him before continuing. You know what nobody talks about, he said. The redemption. The growth. The man I became inside. I mentored inmates. I prayed with men who hadn't spoken to their mothers in decades. I taught financial literacy to folks who'd never opened a bank account. That doesn't make headlines, but it's the real story. The interview took an unexpected turn when Todd was asked about his children and whether they had lived up to the values he tried so hard to instill in them. He sighed deeply. Savannah's been a soldier. She's taken on more than any young woman should. She's been raising her brother, managing the public chaos, and holding down our family's reputation. I'll never stop being proud of her. Then his tone shifted when asked about Chase. Chase? Todd shook his head. I love my son, but he's had to do some real soul searching. He went through a phase where he thought partying and disappearing was easier than facing the hard stuff. But sometimes being humbled is the only path to wisdom. He'll get there, God willing. As for Grayson and Chloe, Todd's voice softened to a whisper. Missing those bedtime hugs, those school events, those little milestones, I'll never get those back, and that's the greatest punishment of all. The interviewer finally asked what Todd thought the next chapter would look like. Was this a comeback or a farewell? Todd's eyes narrowed. His infamous swagger was still there, but it had been tempered by something stronger. Survival. I'm not going anywhere, he said firmly. They thought this would break me. But I've always said, I don't crumble, I recalibrate. He smirked. America loves a comeback. And baby, the Chrisleys are about to serve the biggest one yet. The camera zoomed in as Todd clasped the gold cross necklace around his neck. A symbol he said brought him comfort during the darkest nights in prison. The interview ended with Todd staring into the lens with unshakable resolve. To the haters, the doubters, the gossip blogs, I forgive you. But don't get it twisted. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting. And I'll be watching. As the credits rolled on the Life After Lockup special, Twitter erupted. Some viewers were moved by Todd's candor. Others remained skeptical. But one thing was certain, Todd Chrisley was back, and he wasn't whispering, he was roaring. Whether America welcomes him or not, that's a story still being written.